For thousands of years, the Great Pyramid of Giza was an impenetrable mountain of stone. It held its secrets in absolute darkness, defying every attempt to map its core, until an invisible shower of cosmic radiation gave us a way to look inside. Built for the pharaoh Khufu around 4,500 years ago, this monument stretches 146 meters into the sky. It stood as the tallest structure on Earth for nearly 4 millennia. Early explorers approached that massive footprint with sheer force. 19th century expeditions frequently relied on dynamite and pickaxes, carving destructive gouges into the masonry in a desperate search for hidden chambers. Today, that kind of physical intrusion is strictly prohibited. To protect the last remaining wonder of the ancient world, preservation is the absolute priority. You cannot drill into Khufu's masterpiece. This presented a unique problem. To solve the riddle of the pyramid's internal architecture, researchers had to stop looking for a way to break in and find a way to see through the rock. The solution came from the upper atmosphere. When high-energy cosmic rays collide with gases around our planet, they generate subatomic particles called muons. These particles fall to Earth constantly, traveling at nearly the speed of light. They can penetrate hundreds of meters of solid rock. But as they travel through dense material like limestone, they lose energy and are absorbed. If they hit an air-filled void, they slip right through. By placing specialized sensors inside accessible areas like the Queen's Chamber, physicists can count the number of muons arriving from above. A higher count, or flux, in a specific direction indicates there is less stone and more empty space in that path. It operates essentially like a large-scale, slow-motion CT scan. Because the particles are microscopic and the stone is incredibly thick, the detector plates must be left undisturbed for months at a time to gather enough data for a clear image. By utilizing this natural particle rain, researchers use the pyramid as a passive piece of film, capturing an X-ray provided by the universe itself. In October 2015, a coalition of scientists and archaeologists from Egypt, France, Germany, and Japan launched the ScanPyramids project. They brought an arsenal of particle physics equipment to the Giza Plateau, specifically nuclear emulsion films and gas-based scintillator arrays designed to track the trajectory of individual muons. The teams carefully carried these modular detectors deep into the Queen's Chamber. Positioned near the center of the pyramid, the instruments were set up to look upward, tracking the particles raining down through the hundreds of feet of solid core above them. The operation required the strict oversight of Egypt's Ministry of Antiquities and a dedicated scientific committee led by archaeologist Dr. Zahi Hawass to ensure every step was rigorously vetted and non-destructive. What followed was a long period of silent data collection. The sensors sat in the dark, capturing a steady drip of subatomic information that would test our assumptions about the pyramid's interior. These 2017 nature charts show the muon scan's results. The data plots reveal a massive anomaly, the first major inner structure identified since the 1800s. The crosshairs outline a vast cavity directly above the Grand Gallery, at least 30 meters long with a similar cross-section. Looking at this specific density map, the evidence is visible in the bright vertical particle tracks. The muon flux passing through this specific region was higher than the surrounding dense limestone blocks could account for. To eliminate the possibility of an equipment glitch, the area was mapped by 3 independent teams. Each used a different muon detection technology, and every single one returned the same result with high statistical confidence. The big void confirmed a plane-sized cavity had been hidden in plain sight for 4,500 years. While the big void captured the headlines, the muon sensors also confirmed a secondary anomaly. Back in 2016, thermal cameras had detected unusual temperature fluctuations behind the massive chevron blocks on the pyramid's north face. Following up on the muon tracks, researchers deployed high-frequency ground-penetrating radar directly against the exterior stones. They managed to pinpoint a tiny 5mm gap in the mortar between the blocks. On February 24, 2023, the research team took a 5mm fiber optic endoscope and carefully threaded it right through the narrow joint. It captured a pristine 9-meter corridor. It showed a tilted, vaulted ceiling, rough-hewn limestone walls, and a flat, sealed blocking stone. It was the first time light had touched these stones in 4.5 millennia. An abstract blob on a muon map had just been translated into a confirmed physical reality. Finding these spaces immediately raised a question of intent. Structural engineers and archaeologists narrow their function down to two primary hypotheses. The first is structural protection. Just like the known relieving chambers above the king's chamber, these voids may have been engineered as corbelled vaults to redistribute the crushing weight of the pyramid core away from the ceilings of the Grand Gallery and the entrance corridors. The second hypothesis suggests they played a mechanical role during construction. These spaces could have served as internal tracks for massive sand-filled counterweights used to haul multi-ton granite blocks up the steep incline of the Grand Gallery. While popular theories search for hidden treasure, the actual structural physics are far more impressive. To calculate and execute these internal stress relief systems with copper tools and limestone blocks is a towering achievement of human engineering. The Great Pyramid functions as a massive machine of stone, its internal blueprints revealed only through the lens of 21st century physics. The Great Pyramid has been studied by Greeks, Romans, and modern scientists, yet the cosmos itself revealed its newest secret. It remains there now, silent and dark, above the Grand Gallery. The oldest wonder of the world is not done whispering. On the Unveiled Mystery, we'll keep listening.